What's going on, guys? This is Kerwin from the Kaibakor PH. So, as you know, earlier this afternoon we have another casual OCG series in Dasmariñas, Cavite, here in Philippines, and it's really is a fun event. So, we actually have two Swiss tournaments there. We had a game one and then game two. First game I played Blue Eyes, which is I'm gonna feature later on. But first I'm gonna go ahead and feature my new deck, which is Sky Striker. So you already know what Sky Striker is, what it can do. So I'm just gonna show you the build that I'm using for this current ban list on the OCG region. Let's get started to it. Okay. Alright. So first thing that we're going to do, we're going to show is, of course, we got three Sky Striker Ace Ray, and then we're using one Sky Striker Ace Rose. So Rose is actually very situational that you can use Rose. But what good thing about Rose is that when you use normal or special summon a Sky Striker monster, you could actually special summon this lady from the field or graveyard, and then you'll be able to actually use it depending on what place that you needed. And also Ray is actually very good, not just because she is a waifu thing, but Ray actually can do, you can do a lot of plays with Ray. This is what I noticed about Sky Striker. They'll be being able to outplay most of the decks, although they're not much that's fast, because they're actually control decks. So expect that when you use Sky Striker, it's kind of slow. But with the new spell card, which is Sky Striker Maneuver Linkage, you could immediately able to do OTK plays from it. So depending on the situation, of course. But yeah, that's what I'm using. And then for the hand traps, I'm using three Maxis. So you already know what Maxis do. Don't need to explain it. Three copies of Effect Veiler. So Effect Veiler, very good in this current format. You could immediately have access on negation monster effects on the field, which is very nice. And then I'm using three Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. So Ash Blossom actually cancels access from deck, whether it's add, draw, or dumping from deck to graveyard. The only thing that Ash Blossom cannot stop is if it directly sets a card. Not sure of that, but yeah, Ash Blossom, it's very self-explanatory. And then just using two Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. So I'm actually originally planning to cut out first one Ash Blossom and then replace it with three Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, but I then realized it's much better to have three Ash Blossom Joyous Spring rather than having three Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. But still, this girl can kick some Ditrons or any graveyard dependent. It can also protect your Ash Blossom or some of your hand traps, including Ray, from removal access like Call of the Grave, DD Crows, anything like that, or in every mirror match like Shark Cannon from Sky Striker. So it can also stop that. Okay, so that's it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. So for the spells, we got this awesome three copies, of course, of Sky Striker Maneuver Linkage. So what still same with any other Sky Striker spell cards. You cannot activate this spell card if you have a monster on the main monster zone. And one good thing about this one is that it can literally boost the attack of your Sky Striker Ace Link monsters by 1,000 points, as long as you have two one Sky Striker Ace Light and one Sky Striker Ace Dark type monster from your graveyard. So that's Rose and Ray. So as long as you can access with those, then literally you can actually use this to do an OTK plays, and especially this is not once per turn. So I also got here, of course, to engage. I don't need to explain that. I believe it's self-explanatory. Engage, you can actually draw one card when if you have three or more spell cards from the graveyard, and yeah, it can literally add um, any Sky Striker card. So also we got here two Sky Striker multi rolls. So I'm originally also planning to play three, but to be honest, guys, I can't find a room to play the third copy of it. So I'm still thinking of a way where I can put the third copy. But if you have any suggestions, comments, just comment in the description. Comment down below. I'm really open for any suggestions or build, as long as it's not troll. Okay, and then yeah, we got two Sky Striker Widow Anchor, of course, for negation. And if you have three spell cards in your grave, you can just snatch their monster from your field, control it, and then use it from your own place. Also, two Airspace. I tried one copy, it's good, but I like it two better. Okay, and then we got one copy of Shark Cannon for removal for any graveyard dependent decks like Dytron. Dytron is still spammable now these days, although branded Despia and then Brave Adventure Yi are the top metas in the current OCG format here on Philippines. You can still see some combo based graveyard reliant decks like them. So playing one is not bad. Before in my old build I played two, but with the linkage I have to cut one down, and then of course one Hornet drones. This can literally save you. You also got one Eagle Booster for protection. You also got one Afterburner, and then one Jamming Wave. So depending on your matchup, of course, we got Jamming Wave, and then we got Afterburner. Okay, as long as those cards, as long as you need destruction, you can anytime have access with these cards. And then we got one reinforcements of the army. We also got one Pot of Avarice, just one only. Two is very dead rock for me in my own opinion. And then one Terraforming, so you already know it's only one. And then I add protection, of course. I got two Called by the Grave and then one Designator Cross Out. So as you know, Called by the Grave is restricted to two or limited, semi-limited here in OCG. So you really need protection, especially if you can do some plays that needs adding cards from hand from deck, or you really need that card, and or you don't want to get Ash Blossom by your opponent, you don't want to get Maxi, you don't want to get Veiler. So Called by the Grave is a good protection for your deck. Especially you also got one Crossout Designator. It protects you from any cards that you have, as long as you have that card, that copy of your card from your deck. And then three copies, of course, of Infinite Impermanence. So I literally don't treat it as a trap. I literally think of this as a hand trap, to be honest, because anytime that, as long as you don't have a control card on the field, you can activate it even on your opponent's turn. But yeah, this is a trap card, so okay. So moving on from so that it's from the deck, from the main deck. So moving on, let's go to the extra deck. We got one Sky Striker Ace Kagari. Okay, you already know its effect. You can actually add any Sky Striker spell card from your graveyard. And then we got three Shizukus, end turn. As long as in the end phase of that turn, when discard is special summon, you could actually get one Sky Striker spell card that is not yet from your graveyard. So even though on your opponent's end phase, when you use Ray, use its effect, tribute, special summon Shizuku from your extra deck, it can still trigger its effect. And then we got 3 Sky Striker Ace Hayate. Of course, this is very important, especially with the linkage plays. If you don't have dark, you can use this to dump dark. If you don't have light monster Sky Striker, you can literally use its effect, dump rose. So what else can I say? Hayate is very good. And then we got 1 Kaina for just defensive plays, 1 Zeki for if you want to get removal or removing opponent monsters for just until next end phase. And then you also got 1 Dark Charmer. Dark Link, you can actually special summon a dark monster and then you can use it for your own plays. So if you need to go to link 3s or link 4, whatever it is, dark link 2 is very good. And then also we got the generic ones. We got link Kuribu, and then we also got Crystron Haliquabrax, or yeah, whatever. Sorry. And then we also got the other generics. We got the rank for the Bar Sword. We also got Access Code, which is one of my favorites right now. And then Celine. So literally this pair is for OTK plays, or if you really need to go aggressive. Just gonna show you some quick combos that I learned from my friends about if you already got this cards. Yeah. So if you already got these cards, of course, say you're able to open your opponent and then you got these 2 cards from your hand, you can add, activate, first engage, then you add your linkage, and then you normal summon Ray, battle phase, attack directly. So activate its effect, special summon Hayate, and then use Hayate's effect to dump Rose after it inflicts their damage, and then use linkage and special summon Kagari. Okay, after you special summon Kagari, use its effect again, fetch linkage from your graveyard, then with its boost attack, since you already have a light and dark Sky Striker Ace monster from your graveyard, plus the boost attack, 100 attack points for every spell card from your grave, Kagari can actually become 3000. Then after you inflict damage, of course, use again linkage, and then whatever Sky Striker that you choose from, it's still going to be 2500, and then it can end your opponent's life points. So that's it for my Sky Striker deck. Okay, so again, if you have any suggestions for the improvement of this build, I'm really open. But then again, I ended up second place on the game 2 in the tournament earlier. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you don't mind and you want to support the channel, don't forget to hit the like and then the subscribe button, and also make sure to hit the notification bell. I see you guys next time, and peace. This is again Kerwin from the Kaiba Corp PH. Bye.